In the heart of downtown Los Angeles, hidden beneath the shadows of steel and glass, stands a hotel where time has refused to move on. Once hailed as a luxury retreat in the roaring 1920s, the Cecil Hotel quickly became something far different. Its walls soaked up stories not of celebration, but of silence, tragedy, and things we still can't explain. Some say the building is cursed, others say it simply attracted the forgotten. But what if I told you it never stopped? That even now, long after the lobby emptied out and the elevators went quiet, something still lingers inside. Welcome to Where Time Froze. Our journey today takes us inside one of the most disturbing urban legends of modern America, a hotel that once hosted businessmen and travelers, and later became home to the night's darkest secrets. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll peel back layers of history, mystery, and tragedy. We'll visit its past and question its present. Because some places don't just get abandoned, they become frozen in time. The Cecil opened its doors in 1924, wrapped in elegance, ambition, and 700 rooms of promise. It was the peak of Los Angeles growth, Hollywood dreams, booming business, and new beginnings. But that glow didn't last. By the 1930s, the Great Depression cracked the foundation of downtown. Wealth faded. The glamour turned into grit, and the Cecil found itself sitting on a street where hope was running out. Skid Row spread like a shadow, crime rates climbed, and slowly the hotel began attracting a different kind of guest. Transients, drifters, people passing through, and people running from something. What followed wasn't just bad luck, it was a pattern, a chilling, almost predictable spiral. In 1931, a man named W.K. Norton checked in under a false name. A week later, he was found dead in his room from poison. Just 1 year later, another man, Benjamin Dodich, died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The bodies kept showing up, and strangely, so did the silence. Between 1931 and the 1960s, over a dozen known suicides and violent deaths were recorded inside the Cecil's walls, but not all had explanations. In 1944, a young woman named Dorothy Purcell gave birth in a hotel bathroom. She later claimed she didn't know she was pregnant, panicked, and thought the baby was dead. She threw the newborn out the window. The child landed on the roof of a nearby building. She was later found not guilty by reason of insanity, but the stain on the Cecil's reputation deepened. By the 1980s, the hotel had changed again. No longer a hotel at all, now a halfway house, a permanent stop for the homeless, and a hiding spot for criminals. It's during this time that Richard Ramirez, also known as the Night Stalker, made the Cecil his home. According to witnesses, Ramirez would return to his room after each of his murders, walking through the hotel lobby, shirtless, covered in blood, and no one ever questioned him. Another killer, Jack Unterweger, a journalist turned murderer, also lived at the Cecil while he was actively committing crimes in Los Angeles. 2 serial killers, 1 building, and not a single conviction came from what happened inside those rooms. Coincidence? Or something else entirely? In 2013, nearly 90 years after the Cecil first opened its doors, it found itself in the center of another mystery. A 21-year-old Canadian student named Elisa Lam checked into the hotel during a solo trip to California. She was traveling alone, documenting her experience through social media, and staying in one of the cheapest places she could find. She was last seen on camera inside the hotel's elevator. That footage has haunted the internet ever since. In the video, Elisa appears disoriented. She presses several buttons, steps in and out of the elevator. She hides in the corner. She looks down the hallway as if someone or something is watching her. Then, she's gone. For days, she was missing. Police searched the building top to bottom, but it wasn't until hotel guests began complaining about low water pressure and a strange taste coming from the tap that they opened the rooftop water tank. Inside was Elisa Lam's body. To this day, there are questions that remain unanswered. How did she get onto the roof, which was supposedly locked and alarmed? Why did no one hear anything? Why didn't the elevator close? Some believe it was a mental health crisis. Others believe it was something darker, something the hotel never let leave. But Elisa isn't the only one people believe still lingers inside. But Elisa isn't the only one people believe still lingers inside. Over the years, guests and residents of the Cecil have reported chilling encounters. Shadows that move in empty rooms, whispers echoing through hallways, and doors that close without a breeze. One floor in particular, 14, has become the center of speculation. Visitors say it feels different, heavy, still, as if the air itself is waiting for something. One night, a guest was moved from the room after calling the front desk in tears, saying she saw a man sitting in the corner, silently watching, when no one was checked in. The hotel denies anything unusual about the room, but they have since stopped renting it out. Online, the stories grow stranger. In 2015, a Reddit user claimed they snuck into the Cecil during a film shoot. They described hearing voices in the stairwell, voices that stopped the moment they started recording. Another account mentions a figure seen in the elevator's reflection, someone standing behind them, who wasn't there in real life. Batteries drained, phones glitched, cameras refused to focus near certain rooms. Some say these are exaggerations. Others say it's just the Cecil doing what it's always done, keeping secrets. Today, the Cecil Hotel still stands. It was relaunched in 2021 as housing for low-income residents, part of a city effort to bring life back to Skid Row. But many say the building hasn't changed. Whole floors remain locked. Surveillance cameras still cover every hallway. And at night, most windows stay dark. The elevator still works, but few people use it. So, is the Cecil Hotel abandoned? No, not legally, but emotionally, spiritually, it's one of the most abandoned places on Earth, because what lives inside might never leave. Some places carry more than history. They carry memory, a presence. The Cecil Hotel is more than a building. It's a reflection of what happens when time stands still, and shadows grow louder than the truth. Not everything that's abandoned is empty, and not everything that's silent is at peace. Thanks for watching. This is Where Time Froze.